Indeed, Hollywood has been the launchpad for numerous luminaries who have left indelible marks on the entertainment industry. Sadly, even some of the most influential figures, like George Raft, can become faded memories over time. In his heyday, this actor rose to prominence and captivated audiences, becoming a source of inspiration for many aspiring artists. However, life had unexpected turns in store for him. As the limelight began to wane, so did his fortunes. Financial difficulties started mounting, accompanied by a decline in his hard-earned prestige. Despite being a household name during his prime, today, few recognize his contributions to cinema. Let us delve deeper into how prosperity gave way to adversity for this accomplished artist. Growing up in New York City, George Raft, born on September 26, 1901, was immersed in the tough world of organized crime and Hell's Kitchen. This environment deeply influenced him, leading to his portrayal of tough guy characters on screen. His early years in this gritty setting shaped the persona he embodied in his acting roles. George Raft's acting career took off thanks to his exceptional dancing skills, which were perfected in New York City's lively nightlife scene. He graced the stages of numerous vaudeville shows and even made it to Broadway. It wasn't until the early 1930s that the actor caught his big break in Hollywood. This opportunity came courtesy of director Howard Hawks, who cast him in the iconic film Scarface. Prior to this role, Raft had already built a reputation as a talented dancer and was often hired as a dance extra in various films. However, his performance in Scarface solidified his status as a rising star and paved the way for future opportunities. From then on, Raft continued to make a name for himself in the industry, leaving an indelible mark on classic cinema. George Raft gained fame during the 1930s and 1940s for playing tough, street-smart characters. In the 1939 film Each Dawn, I Die, he starred opposite James Cagney, delivering a memorable performance that cemented his reputation. Following this success, Raft appeared in They Drive By Night in 1940, sharing the screen with another Hollywood heavyweight, Humphrey Bogart. These roles helped establish Raft's signature style and contributed to his growing popularity. The actor's portrayal of suave, dangerous men was reinforced by his real-life associations. He rubbed shoulders with actual gangsters, including Owney Madden and Bugsy Siegel, which added authenticity to his on-screen personas. Although these connections raised eyebrows in some circles, they also made Raft all the more intriguing to audiences who wanted to catch a glimpse of the glamorous yet gritty underworld. Despite his links to organized crime, Raft never faced serious legal consequences, allowing him to maintain his status as a leading man in Hollywood. Throughout his career, he continued to captivate moviegoers with his charismatic presence and rugged charm. George Raft was a successful actor, known for his charismatic performances and suave demeanor. However, despite his accomplishments, he made some significant career missteps that affected his trajectory in Hollywood. One major missed opportunity came when Raft turned down the role of Sam Spade in the classic film The Maltese Falcon. This decision allowed Humphrey Bogart to step into the part, which subsequently launched his career to new heights. The movie remains a beloved piece of cinema history, and Bogart's portrayal of Sam Spade has become iconic. Similarly, Raft passed up another chance to play the lead in Casablanca, a move that would have put him in the shoes of yet another legendary character, Rick Blaine. Once again, it was Bogart who took on the part, delivering a performance that cemented his status as one of Hollywood's greatest leading men. Like The Maltese Falcon, Casablanca has stood the test of time and continues to captivate audiences today. These decisions were undoubtedly detrimental to Raft's career, contributing to his eventual decline in popularity. While the reasons behind these choices remain unclear, what is certain is that they had a lasting impact on both the actor's legacy and the course of cinematic history. Nevertheless, George Raft's contributions to the entertainment industry cannot be understated. His work helped shape the golden age of Hollywood, leaving behind a body of work that continues to inspire and entertain audiences worldwide. Despite missing out on a few key opportunities, Raft still managed to carve out a place for himself among Tinseltown royalty. George Raft made a significant impact in Hollywood throughout his career, which spanned several decades. Among his most memorable roles were in films like Scarface in 1932, where he played the ruthless gangster Gino Rinaldo. This classic crime drama became famous for its violent portrayal of organized crime during Prohibition-era America. Raft's performance was praised by critics and audiences alike, cementing his status as a formidable actor. Later, in 1939, the actor delivered impressive performances in two notable films. Each Dawn I Die, and Invisible Stripes. In Each Dawn I Die, he starred alongside James Cagney, playing a hardened criminal who forms an unlikely friendship with a crusading reporter while serving time together in prison. Meanwhile, in Invisible Stripes, Raft took on the role of a paroled ex-convict trying to go straight, but faces numerous obstacles along the way. These movies further solidified Raft's reputation as a talented performer capable of handling complex and intense dramatic parts. Interestingly, towards the latter part of his career, the actor demonstrated his range when he appeared in Billy Wilder's comedy masterpiece, Some Like It Hot, in 1959. He played the character Spats Colombo, a menacing gangster who clashes with Tony Curtis and Jack Lemmon's cross-dressing protagonists. With perfect comic timing, Raft proved that he could excel beyond just gritty dramas. To sum up, through these iconic roles, George Raft left an indelible mark on cinema history, showing off both his acting prowess and versatility across various genres. As the years passed, the actor's career trajectory began to shift. Once a major box office draw, George Raft found himself making choices that didn't resonate with audiences. His films failed to achieve the same level of success they had in the past, leading to a decline in his popularity and star power. The actor's personal life also contributed to his downfall. Legal issues and a reputation for being difficult plagued him, further damaging his standing in Hollywood. These factors combined took their toll on the actor's public image, leaving many fans wondering what happened to the man who once captivated them on screen. Despite these challenges, the actor's legacy lives on through his contributions to classic cinema. While he may have fallen out of favor in later years, his impact on the industry remains significant. Many still remember him fondly for his iconic roles and charismatic performances, even if those memories belong to a bygone era. As time goes on, it becomes clearer just how much the actor accomplished during his career. Though his work in later years did little to enhance his status, it doesn't diminish all that came before. Instead, it serves as a reminder of the fickle nature of fame and fortune, and how quickly things can change in the entertainment business. George Raft's influence on the film industry, especially during Hollywood's golden age, remains undeniable. As a pivotal figure in shaping the gangster genre, his performances left an indelible mark on cinema. Despite his popularity fading over time, the significance of his work continues to resonate. In the early stages of his career, this actor found himself typecast in tough guy roles due to his real-life experiences as a professional dancer and gambler. However, it was these same characteristics that made him perfect for portraying mobsters and gun-toting anti-heroes. One of his most notable films, Scarface, propelled him into stardom. In this movie, he played a small yet impactful role alongside Paul Mooney, which helped define the era's depiction of organized crime. Interestingly enough, Raft was initially offered the lead role, but turned it down, fearing it would further cement his image as a gangster character. Following Scarface, George Raft continued to shape the gangster genre through movies like Each Dawn I Die and They Drive by Night. His signature style and charismatic screen presence brought depth to these often gritty stories, making them popular among audiences. However, much like many stars before and after him, the actor faced changing tides in the entertainment industry. By the late 1940s, tastes had shifted away from the hard-boiled narratives that had been his bread and butter. Consequently, his star power began to wane. Despite this decline, George Raft's earlier contributions remained relevant. He served as a mirror reflecting the fickle nature of the entertainment business, one moment basking in adulation, the next grappling with obscurity. Yet even when his name ceased to grace marquees, his impact lived on in the countless films he influenced. To this day, cinephiles appreciate the lasting legacy of this actor who once ruled the silver screen. Though times may change and trends might come and go, certain cinematic touchstones remain timeless. And so does the memory of George Raft, whose career trajectory offers valuable insights into both film history and the human condition. George Raft, a name once synonymous with Hollywood glamour and charm, now finds himself somewhat forgotten amidst the ever-revolving landscape of the entertainment industry. Born on September 26, 1895, in New York City, Raft began his career as a dancer before transitioning into acting during the late 1920s. His rugged good looks and undeniable charisma quickly caught the attention of both audiences and casting directors alike. Throughout the 1930s and 40s, the actor graced screens alongside some of the era's most iconic leading ladies, including Claudette Colbert, Rita Hayworth, and Betty Grable. His roles often typecast him as a suave gangster or charming tough guy, a persona he embraced both on and off screen. However, despite his success and popularity during these golden years, Raft's refusal to take on more diverse roles ultimately hindered his longevity in the business. As tastes changed and newer talents emerged, the actor found it increasingly difficult to secure substantial parts. By the early 1950s, his star had begun to fade significantly. He continued working throughout the decade, but mostly appeared in supporting roles or B-movies, far removed from his former glory days. Despite being largely overlooked today, George Raft remains an essential figure in Hollywood history. His rise and fall serve as a poignant reminder of the transitory nature of fame within the entertainment industry. As time marches forward and trends come and go, so too do the careers of those who inhabit this fickle world. Yet, while many may have faded into obscurity, their contributions continue to resonate through the classics they left behind. Such is the case with George Raft, whose impact transcends mere nostalgia. Though his stardom proved fleeting, his influence lingers within the collective consciousness of old Hollywood, forever etching his place among its legends. And though his name might not immediately spring to mind when considering cinema's greatest luminaries, one cannot deny the lasting impression he made upon both his contemporaries and future generations alike. George Raft, a legendary figure in Hollywood's golden age, was born on September 26, 1895, in New York City. He started his career as a dancer, but it wasn't until he became an actor that he made his mark in the film industry. Raft's smoldering good looks and tough guy persona earned him roles alongside some of the biggest stars of the time. In the early 1930s, Raft appeared in several successful gangster films, including Quick Millions and Scarface, which catapulted him to stardom. His portrayal of mobsters and criminals was so convincing that rumors swirled about his real-life connections to organized crime. However, these claims were never proven. Throughout his career, Raft worked with notable directors like Howard Hawks and Raoul Walsh, delivering memorable performances in classics such as They Drive by Night and Some Like It Hot. Despite being typecast as a tough guy, Raft showed off his comedic timing and versatility in the latter film, solidifying his status as a respected actor. Although Raft's career declined in the late 1940s, he continued working in both movies and television. In total, he acted in over 75 films before passing away on November 24, 1980, leaving behind an indelible legacy in Hollywood transition phrase so, whether you admire his rugged charm or appreciate his contributions to cinema. George Raft was born on September 26, 1895, in Hell's Kitchen, New York. His parents, Eva and Conrad Raft, were immigrants from Germany. As one of 4 children, Raft had a tough childhood growing up in a rough neighborhood. Despite the challenges, he discovered his passion for dance as a young man, which would later become his gateway to acting. Raft began his career as a dancer in nightclubs around New York City. He quickly gained recognition for his elegant style and swift moves, eventually joining a troupe that performed in Europe. Upon returning to the United States, Raft decided to try his luck in Hollywood. Once in Hollywood, Raft found work as a stuntman and extra in various films. However, it wasn't until he landed a role alongside Clara Bow in Dancing Lady that his career took off. From then on, Raft became known for playing suave gangsters and tough guys in movies like Scarface, Each Dawn I Die, and They Drive by Night. Throughout his career, Raft drew inspiration from several influential figures. One of his earliest mentors was famed Broadway performer Harry Richmond, who taught him how to carry himself with confidence both on and off stage. Additionally, Raft admired actors like James Cagney and Edward G. Robinson, whose powerful performances left a lasting impression on him. As Raft continued to hone his craft, he developed a unique screen presence characterized by his cool demeanor and steely gaze. These qualities, combined with his background in dance, made him a standout star during the golden age of Hollywood. Even today, George Raft remains an iconic figure in classic cinema, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire aspiring actors worldwide. As a young boy growing up in Hell's Kitchen, New York, George Raft was drawn to the glamour and excitement of dance. He would often sneak into local dance halls, mesmerized by the rhythm and energy of the dancers on the floor. It wasn't long before he traded his childhood friends for tap shoes and lessons. By age 15, Raft had dropped out of school to become a professional dancer. His natural talent and charismatic stage presence quickly caught the attention of fellow performers and audiences alike. But it was one fateful night that would change the course of his life forever. While performing at a club in Harlem, Raft met legendary gangster Oni Madden. Impressed by the young man's charm and ambition, Madden took Raft under his wing and introduced him to the lucrative world of gambling and organized crime. Although Raft initially embraced this new lifestyle, he eventually realized that his true passion still lay in dancing and entertaining. Determined to make a name for himself, Raft decided to try his luck in Hollywood. With nothing more than raw talent and determination, he managed to land roles alongside some of the biggest names in show business. From there, Raft's star continued to rise as he became known for his suave demeanor and tough guy image both on and off screen. Despite facing numerous challenges throughout his career, including being typecast and struggling with alcoholism, Raft never lost sight of his creative spark. The unwavering love for dance and performance that ignited his journey to stardom. Born in 1901, George Raft's journey to stardom was filled with obstacles. Hailing from a poor family in New York, he left school early to help support them. But life on the streets led him to a career in dance, which eventually paved his way into acting. Despite his natural talent, Hollywood remained skeptical about accepting him due to his humble beginnings and lack of formal education. Financial struggles were also a constant challenge for Raft. However, he never let these hardships deter him. Instead, he used them as stepping stones toward success. To overcome industry bias, Raft honed his craft through diligent practice and sought mentorship from established actors. His determination paid off when he landed roles in several successful films during the 1930s, including Quick Millions and Scarface. Simultaneously, Raft addressed his financial woes by investing carefully in real estate and other businesses outside of show business. This strategic move ensured financial stability throughout his career. Thus, George Raft's story serves as an inspiring example of resilience and creativity in overcoming adversity. Despite facing numerous challenges, he persevered and made a significant mark in Hollywood's golden age. George Raft's breakthrough moments began in the early 1930s when he landed his first major film role in Quick Millions. His powerful presence and authentic portrayal of gangsters caught the attention of audiences and industry professionals alike. Critics praised him for bringing a new level of intensity to the screen. A few years later, Raft solidified his status as a leading man with his iconic performance in Scarface alongside Paul Mooney. Director Howard Hawks noted that Raft's dance background contributed significantly to his unique style and fluid movements during fight scenes. This captivated viewers and earned Raft widespread admiration. Another pivotal moment came when Raft turned down the lead role in High Sierra, which ultimately went to Humphrey Bogart. Despite losing out on what became a classic film, Raft's decision showcased his integrity and willingness to take risks. He chose more challenging roles that allowed him to grow as an actor. Later in his career, Raft received critical acclaim for his performances in films like Nocturne and They Drive by Night. Co-star Ida Lupino commended Raft's ability to convey emotion through subtle gestures, setting him apart from other actors of the time. His dedication to perfecting his craft left an indelible mark on Hollywood. George Raft's artistic vision was shaped by his early life experiences and career choices. Born on September 26, 1895, in New York City, he grew up in Hell's Kitchen, a tough neighborhood where he learned to dance as a way to stay out of trouble. Dancing became his passion and would later become his ticket to Hollywood. Raft's distinctive style set him apart from other actors during the golden age of Hollywood. He brought a raw, natural energy to every role, often playing suave gangsters and charming leading men. His signature move, flipping a coin, became his trademark and added a layer of coolness to his persona. His personal experiences influenced his acting style and choice of roles. Having grown up around organized crime, Raft drew upon those memories to portray complex characters with depth and authenticity. Despite being offered many good guy roles, Raft preferred to play anti-heroes because he felt it was more true to himself. World War I also left its mark on Raft. After serving in the Navy, he returned home with a newfound appreciation for life and a desire to pursue his dreams. This perspective gave him a unique outlook on his craft and informed his performances. George Raft's artistic vision and creative process were deeply rooted in his own story. By drawing upon his past and staying true to himself, he created unforgettable characters that continue to captivate audiences today. George Raft, an actor known for his suave demeanor and effortless style, made a significant impact on Hollywood during the golden age of cinema. His influence can still be seen today, particularly in the way he portrayed tough guy characters with a hint of charm. One notable aspect of Raft's acting was his ability to convey emotion through subtle movements and body language. According to film historian Robert Osborne, George Raft had a unique skill in conveying so much with just a look or a small gesture. This technique added depth to his performances and set him apart from other actors of the time. Raft also brought a sense of realism to his roles by incorporating elements of his own personal experiences. For instance, he often drew upon his background as a professional dancer to add authenticity to his dance scenes. As a result, many of his films featured memorable musical numbers that showcased both his talent and charisma. Moreover, Raft played a crucial role in popularizing the gangster genre in American cinema. Movies like Scarface and Each Dawn I Die capitalized on his rugged good looks and cool exterior, making him synonymous with the tough guy image. These films would go on to inspire future generations of actors and directors who continued to explore the criminal underworld on screen. Despite facing challenges throughout his career, including being typecast and struggling with alcoholism, Raft persevered and left behind a lasting legacy. He paved the way for subsequent leading men who embodied the anti-hero archetype, such as Humphrey Bogart and James Cagney. To this day, Raft remains an iconic figure whose contributions continue to resonate within the entertainment industry. George Raft was known for his suave demeanor both on and off screen. Born on September 26, 1895, in Hell's Kitchen, New York, he had a tough upbringing which shaped his hardworking personality. Before becoming an actor, Raft worked various jobs including stints as a dancer, prizefighter, and even a gangster associate. These experiences later informed his roles in Hollywood films like Scarface and Each Dawn I Die. Raft was also famous for his impeccable style and love for gambling. He often visited casinos during his free time, gaining him recognition among high rollers. This interest translated onto the big screen too, where he played many characters who shared his passion for games of chance. Despite his rugged image, Raft held deep compassion for others. During World War II, he actively supported war bond drives and entertained troops overseas through USO shows. His dedication extended beyond wartime. Post-war, he became involved with several charities focusing on child welfare. Notably, he served as a board member for the Variety Club, an international organization raising funds for children's hospitals and other youth-oriented programs. George Raft lived by the mantra, "A gentleman treats every lady like a queen," reflective of his respectful attitude towards women. Although some criticize his close association with real-life mobsters, few could deny his generosity and kindness. From his humble beginnings to his successful acting career and philanthropic endeavors, George Raft remains remembered not just for his contributions to cinema, but also for his genuine heart. George Raft was a Hollywood actor known for his suave demeanor and tough guy roles in films like Scarface and Some Like It Hot. His legacy lives on through his iconic portrayals and influential style. If he were giving advice to aspiring actors today, he might say, "Find your niche. In my career, I found success playing tough guys. But every actor has unique qualities that can set them apart. Discover what makes you special and capitalize on it. Keep learning. Even after finding success, I continued to study acting techniques and learn from those around me. Stay humble and always look for ways to improve your craft. Don't give up. Rejection is inevitable in the entertainment industry, but perseverance pays off. Keep pushing forward and never lose sight of your goals. Network. Building relationships with other industry professionals can lead to new opportunities and valuable connections. Attend events, engage with others online, and collaborate whenever possible. Stay true to yourself. While it may be tempting to conform to certain expectations or trends, staying authentic will help you stand out and find lasting success. As we reflect on George Raft's legacy within the industry, let us also consider our own potential contributions. By following his example of hard work, dedication, and authenticity, we too can leave a meaningful impact on the world of film and beyond. Born in 1895, George Raft found his calling in the enthralling world of acting. His passion for dance led him to vaudeville stages before making waves in Hollywood. Despite initial setbacks, he remained undeterred, persistent in carving out a niche. Raft's innovative portrayals of tough guys and charismatic anti-heroes left an indelible mark on cinema. He brought depth and authenticity to these roles, challenging conventional norms and expectations. In turn, this opened doors for future actors who dared to deviate from stereotypes. Throughout his career, spanning over 4 decades, Raft demonstrated time and again the transformative power of creativity and perseverance. Even when faced with typecasting, he refused to let it limit his potential. Instead, he embraced new opportunities, constantly reinventing himself while staying true to his roots. Off-screen, Raft continued to captivate audiences by socializing with infamous gangsters like Bugsy Siegel and Lucky Luciano. These friendships added another layer of intrigue to his persona, blurring the lines between fiction and reality, much like his iconic portrayal of Dino Ronaldo in Scarface. As we reflect upon George Raft's life and legacy, one thing remains clear: his influence transcends generations. To this day, film enthusiasts study his work, marveling at the nuances and subtleties embedded within each performance. And just as Raft once inspired those around him, so too does he continue to inspire aspiring artists seeking to make their own mark on the ever-evolving landscape of entertainment. Indeed, the story of George Raft serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of pursuing one's passions despite adversity, for it is through determination and unyielding resolve that lasting impacts are made, resonating far beyond our immediate circles and leaving behind legacies that can shape entire industries. As we take time to reflect on the life and career of George Raft, it's clear that his impact on the entertainment industry was significant. Born on September 26, 1895, Raft began his journey in vaudeville before finding success in Hollywood. Throughout the 1930s and 40s, he became known for his tough guy roles in films like Scarface and Some Like It Hot. His charismatic presence and distinctive dance moves made him a standout star during this golden age of cinema. But beyond his on-screen persona, Raft also had a fascinating personal life. He was friends with notable figures like Bugsy Siegel and Frank Costello, which often led to rumors about his connections to organized crime. However, these claims were never proven. Now, we want to hear from you. What do you think of George Raft's contributions to film? Did his portrayal of rugged characters resonate with you? And what about those famous dance moves? Did they leave a mark on you too? Be sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed our deep dive into Raft's life and legacy. Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more captivating stories about the talented individuals who have shaped the world of entertainment.